this is by, oh, a million, God. General Samuel 2.2.1. Alright, I don't even want to look at the comments because I thought I was going to spoil something. The last two were very... How do I put this? It was very world building. I feel like we had to listen to it just to understand where he was coming from. But now we can just watch and hopefully things will get interesting.
What made him this way? What is the attraction?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
What keeps us fascinated? This is the story of Chris Chan.
Let's see. Part 3.
Hello. My name is Christian Chandler, age 22 at this time. I will be 23 on February 24th, 2005. Anyway, for over a year now, I've been trying to attract an 18 to 22-year-old boyfriend-free girl, 18 to 21 before February 24th, 2004, which is this year. Anywho, been trying for over a year to attract a girl, boyfriend-free girl, and I have failed. And you know, when you have so many failures at this time, you can't help but feel sad, you know, and depressed. And yet here it is about Christmas time, and well, all I want for Christmas is a boyfriend-free girl.
Chris prepares for Christmas 2004 by singing 2 of his songs for the camera. He performs So Need a Cute Girl.
Tell me why I so need a cute girl my age.
Followed by All I Want for Christmas is a Pretty
You ain't never
Girlfriend.
miss.
All I want for Christmas is a girlfriend. She has to be 18 to 22. Well, at this time of year, all I can say right now is that I hope Santa will comply with my request and bring me a pretty girlfriend.
Hey man, we're all wishing.
And so, happy holidays from me, Christian Chandler. By the way, you can call me Chris in public. And thank you.
Christian whipped his camera out for Christmas Day too, and documented
Camera.
the state of the house at that time.
'Twas Christmas Day, and all through the house, the creatures that were stirring were my family and me and our 2 cats.
Alright, 2 cats. Gotta keep on with it.
And we wander upon our wondrous Christmas tree, with a star that was made so delicately.
The star on top of the tree is in fact Sonichu.
Either Chris is tall as hell, or that tree is tiny.
Chris reveals that
And hey, there's nothing wrong with tiny. Right, guys. Nothing wrong with it.
dreams were dashed that day.
And a Christmas present that was supposed to be for the girlfriend that Santa brought, but unfortunately, she didn't show.
Chris introduces his audience to...
I thought that he was like I thought it was like more of like a, oh yeah, I would like to have one, so I'm asking Santa. I didn't know he like legitimately expected a woman to be under his tree the next morning. Hey, imagine if there was a one hell of a Christmas.
to his parents.
And now we wander in on my family. Say hello, Father.
Yeah,
Making our Christmas movie.
I see you're wasting your chip.
Well, I'm gonna put it onto VHS anyway.
I see. All
A smaller Christmas tree down here,
right. Yeah.
and our mother is asleep here in the dark area.
Damn,
Would you
she's in
care
a
to
dark
share
abyss.
Merry Christmas with the world, Father?
Ho, ho, ho.
The tour puts a spotlight on the extent of the hoarding situation in the house, as Chris visibly has trouble navigating through the hoard.
Care to say something to the entire world?
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
After the tour,
You're just not
documents
live
the
enough.
gift exchange, revealing the interpersonal dynamics of the family.
Okay, yeah, it's recording. So, here we are around the Christmas tree. We're gonna open presents.
Hooray, hooray.
Chris presents Bob with a card.
Hi,
I'm supposed
Daisy.
to read it.
Yes, read it.
Am I supposed to read it out loud?
Yeah. Read,
I'll
read,
see.
read to Mom.
I want to thank you all for your support and love throughout my fantastic love quest. Ooh. And if Santa doesn't bring me one, no Chris, no Thomas. Like I asked him, then I'm going to need some support finding a boyfriend free. It'll come, Christian. Hope you all like my presents.
Okay.
Today I'm thinking of Christmas and
He
remembering
reads so
you all.
slow.
Merry Christmas, Christian C.
Yep.
Christian gives Bob the option of receiving the puppet TV show Fraggle Rock on DVD or on VHS. After Christian discreetly implies that he wants to keep the DVD for himself, Bob caves in and chooses to take the VHS.
Yes,
So you want the VHS?
yeah.
There you go.
I'm not much for the other.
DVD.
Why do we have it on both?
I gave him a
What do
choice.
you-
I gave him a choice. Remember? You remember he originally wanted DVD? It's Fraggle Rock, Father. That's what's on there.
I see.
Everything that's on the DVD is on that VHS.
VHS worked better than my system.
Yeah.
Chris presents Barbara with a Lego set.
Snowboarding stuff.
He gives her a plush doll of the Japanese character Hamtaro.
I got you, Hamtaro.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I love Fragile Rock as a kid. I never watched it, but I remember I watched what's his name? Jim Henson. I watched like a documentary on it, and I remember them talking about it. But did he get his parents stuff that he would like a Lego set and DVD, and then force his dad to take the VHS?
Who is he?
It's a Hamtaro. He's a little hamster. He's a little bitty hamster.
The family discussed the possibility of a surprise visit from Sarah.
Oh, that's my present for Sarah. Because, you know, she might come over.
I don't know what she will or not.
Well, she did last year, remember?
Chris attempts at an embrace with his mother, but ends up hurting her instead.
Here, oops, I'm sorry.
Don't work my head.
I'm sorry.
He does it again.
2 boxes together.
Oh, come on. I feel like that was just a little bop.
Chris gives Barb another present.
A little left out.
A snow globe with him in it.
No globe. With me in it.
Merry Christmas, Robert.
It's also got Sonichu in it. Look. See? You know, one side Sonichu on the other.
Hey, if anything,
I got
maybe
it
he should have
over
been
Walmart.
a marketing major. But this man know how to market Sonichu. He has it in snow globes, on Christmas trees.
Yep, Merry Christmas.
Now we can go back downstairs where it's warm.
Snappy New Year.
Yeah.
Snappy New Year, huh?
Not on the couch.
Yep.
After the gift unwrapping, Christian went back to his room to record a video recapping the events.
Well, now this ends our family Christmas of 2004. I did get some nice gifts, but it does not compare to having a boyfriend-free girl that I could make it to a girlfriend. But unfortunately, I was hoping for her to come, but she didn't. My lifelong friend, Sarah Hammer. You know, if she had not been paired up with that jerk Wes Isley, I could have her. But seriously though, I wish she was here so that I could talk to her and so she can help me in my quest to get a boyfriend.
Okay. What he's saying, right? It isn't that bad because it's like, you know, that's something that most men think when they're by themselves, you know. I think it's bad because he recorded it and then probably watched it and then was like, yeah, this gonna hit, and then posted it. Hey, maybe he's just very confident. Maybe he's like, yeah, it's gonna hit.
Girl. 1823 as of February 24th, 2005. Well, anyway, that pretty much sums up my Christmas season for this year. So, as they say in showbiz, goodbye, folks.
As he entered 2005, Christian
Right,
continued
movement.
his tried and true tradition of pacing around the mall, hoping to attract a boyfriend-free girl. His activities quickly caught the eye of Anna McLaren, an employee of Pack & Son at Charlottesville Fashion Square, who described her encounter with him in a blog post titled The Tale of the Crazy Pacer. There was a guy who paced in front of Abercrombie & Fitch. He'd come and do it for hours on end, just walking back and forth. He was an okay-looking guy, not evil-looking like creepy molester dude. So he would pace for his allotted time, then leave. Sometimes, as he paced, he would sing or shout. Nobody really could ever tell what he was saying. Oh yeah, and he always wore the same shirt. A nice little long-sleeved red and blue number that had a gold crest on the left side, and white collar and cuffs. Then, one day, he decided to start pacing.
Eventually, I guess he got bored of pacing like that because he started to bring his Game Boy SP with him. He had his headphones hooked up to it, so he would pace like that all the time. His pace hours would usually be between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., and he usually left by 5. He was committed to this. I hope he gets a girlfriend because he put a lot of work in this. This is damn near a free job.
Pacing on the Pac Sun side, so he started pacing in front of our store. We were doing floor set, and Lin noticed that crazy pacer kept looking into Pac Sun as he paced. And this day, he was acting particularly crazy. He'd pace and pace, then stop and shout something at the wall, then keep pacing. And he also did some singing, even getting into the vibrato falsetto junks. It was hilarious. So anyways, someone, I can't remember who, suggested that the next time he looked in, we wave at him. So they waved, and Christian waved back.
Wait, whoa. We're missing a lot of context.
We wave at him. So they...
Whoever suggested it should die unless it was me. In which case, I feel I have received enough punishment. Damn!
Waved, and Christian waved back.
Of course he looked in and we all waved at him. He looked kind of bewildered and sort of scared at first, but quickly caught on and waved back. Then he went back to his pacing, but he was looking in the Pac Sun with greater frequency now, and anytime anyone would make eye contact with him, he would. Hey, I mean... Okay, what would you guys do in this situation? Hey, Flash. What would you guys do, though? I mean, that was a nice gesture to wave, and of course he probably was like, oh, I wasn't expecting someone to wave at me, so...
After some waving back and forth...
Had to go get Star and iced tea from Sobranos, so I left and waved at Pacer. As I went out, when I came back, he was sitting cross-legged on the floor outside Paxton's, and he took the initiative and waved at me first. I smiled and waved back, but the smile wasn't to be friendly. It was because I thought it was hilarious that he was sitting on the floor like that. Good thing he couldn't tell a difference. Damn, she's kind of dickhead. Oh my god. God. Man just sitting on the ground chilling waved at you. So we went on about our business doing floor set and junk, and a little while later he came in.
Christian took the initiative and entered the store. He came right...
I was behind the counter and Star was all, psst, Anna, he's coming in. I was kind of apprehensive about this. I mean, I had been doing floor set all day and I didn't really feel up to dealing with another crazy.
Right up to the counter that I was standing behind, and he looks right at me, all fidgety and twitchy, and he goes, "You look to be about 19 years old, right?" He then proceeded to introduce himself.
Fuck, why are we skipping all this
"You look
context?
to be about 19 years old, right?"
I busted out laughing because he guessed it right. Star was laughing too, over the sidelines where it was safe. That's exactly right, I affirmed.
Then proceeded to introduce
See, I know these things, I can just tell how old someone is, he said, kind of proud and still timid at the same time.
himself. "My name is Christian,"
Oh, I said.
he said, "but you can call me Chris. I'm Christian W. Chandler." "Oh," I said. "Hi, Chris." "So," he continued, "do angels have names?" I found out later that he meant to say, "Do angels like you have names?" Poor guy was so nervous, he didn't get it right. Anna introduces herself.
Probably I said, but I don't know. Well, I mean, Loki, that could have worked. He could have pulled it off if he just remembered her. Well, what's your name, he asked. Sorry, I don't go for pickup lines. I replied, kind of laughing.
Then
His face kind of fell, and I felt sorry for him, but he pressed on. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. I was just asking your name, so what is your name? Anna.
Chris talks about eyes.
Oh, that's a very pretty name, and I like your hair. It's a very pretty color, blah, blah. Chrissy Chan, nervous.
My eyes
Pretty name,
are
okay.
2 different colors. One of them is green, and the other is blue. That's because I had pink eye a while back, and one of them stayed that way. What color are your eyes? I was pretty grossed out by the pink eye story, but I told him anyway. Sometimes blue, sometimes green, and usually gray. Oh, that's neat. It's funny how that happens, isn't it? Yeah, I said. He attempts to ask her.
You might as well just let us read this whole thing, low key. I mean, but he just seems nervous. Okay. If Chris wasn't nervous, right? If he wasn't nervous, imagine how cool it would have looked. Alright? Imagine how cool it would look from their perspective, right? So he's sitting on the floor pacing. Okay, that doesn't look cool, right? But he walks in, he's like, hey. Do angels like you have names? And she's like, Anna, right? He could have pulled it off. I believe he could have made it. Someone farted in his face and he got pink eye. So that's what you took from that? From this whole story he was telling, you took that someone farted in his face? Low-key, that story ain't that bad. I don't know how you get pink eye. I don't know if it has to be someone farting in your face or it's like just, dirt in your eye. Oh, that's neat. It's funny how it happens, isn't it? Yeah, I said. So, do you want to, go get some ice cream when you get off work? He asked. No, I just ate, I said. And I'm still pretty full, plus I'm getting off soon. Okay, well, Anna, is there any way I could get your phone number and maybe I could give you a call sometime? Low-key? Okay. Yes? Wait, is that actually the only way you can get pink eye? I don't believe it. How do you... Bacteria or virus during contact? Oh, it's just like you got dirty hands and dirt getting your eye and affects it. Okay. But, what was I saying? Okay. We may be able to laugh at Chris Chan now, right? But he's doing more than most of us. Because I would never be able to do this. Ever. Not a day in my life. Ever be able to walk up to a girl and do this. Never. That's a whole new level of confidence that I will never possess.
her out, but Anna declines.
No. Do you want my phone number then? You can call me on your cell phone. No thanks, I said. He wasn't too deterred, so, do you have a boyfriend, Anna? No, I said. Oh, he said, brightening. He started to say something else, but I cut in.
He eventually settles on the internet.
I'm not looking for one now, I said. His face fell again, but this time I felt no pity, alright. He said, fidgeting. Well, do you have access to the internet? I nodded. Okay, hold on one sec, I'll be right back. I nodded, and he went back to a spot where he kept his 2 tote bags and his Sam's Club cup. I turned to start, and she was all, dude, he was so weird. And I was like, I know, make it stop. Then we pick a line? Facts. If the word doesn't take you well, relax. Hey, yo, Shogun, you can ready for word. Fuck, damn, I missed all this. You hit me with a whole pickup line. I'd be damned if I get drafted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, US. You ain't getting me. Unless you about to do some super soldier serum, I ain't going out to those front lines. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I just sit in front of the camera, okay? What am I gonna do in the front lines? What am I gonna do? React? It's pointless. Don't even come to my house. There was a time where I was back when I wanted to be an actor, right? Or when I was like really determined to be an actor. This army guy came to my house, came to my front door, right? And requested for me. I ate Kaido's dragon fruit and you didn't share? Like, fuck. But he was like, oh, hey, you want to join the Marines? And I was like, he's like, you want to join the army? I was like, no, I'm cool. He's like, really? It'll help you get into any job that you ever wanted. I was like, he's like, what do you want to be? I was like, I want to be an actor. He's like, damn. See, that's how you get them. You choose a job that, no matter what, the army cannot help you become an actor, no matter what. And he knew it. He was just like, fuck. All right, well, have a nice day. Because he knew what was I going to do if I got to the front lines. My job has nothing to do with I can't use that to help you at all. Like maybe if I was like an engineer, say you want to be a janitor, fact, I don't know. I kind of just want to be a bus driver for real. Well, don't you want to drive tanks? Nah, I just kind of like buses. Like, honestly, I feel like that's the only thing I could really want to drive, like ever, like a bus. What was I? Oh yeah.
as a form for future communication between them. Christian came back
We started to come back in, and I was like, I have to go in the back and get a drink of water. But Star shook her head. I had to finish what I started.
and handed me a card with a crudely drawn Sonic the Hedgehog and some other yellow Sonic-looking creature on it, along with Christian's name, email address, and website. It was a homemade business card. That's my email address, and you can just email me sometime, okay? Okay, I said, not intending to email him at all. Little did either of them know, but I said, not intending to.
He left the store, packed up his things, and went. His work for the day was done. Low-key, hey, say what you want about him. But he came in and did what he needed to do. He had one goal, and he accomplished it. You can't be upset about that. He came in and he was like, I just need to get someone's information. And he did it. He done the deed.
To email him at all. Little did either of them know, but this was the start of a friendship. But for the time being, Chris's contact with Anna was sparse. In February,
But did he really?
Cartoon Network.
Did you not hear him? He just got a friendship. It worked. It worked. Now let me ask you this, Flash. Let me ask you this. If you are in the mall, are you going up to a store and going up to the counter and like, hey, maybe you can message me sometime? Because I will never do that a day in my life. I don't think I could ever do that, ever. Even if you paid me, I don't think I'd be doing it. But he did it off of a wave. That's all he needed. Some dudes can be told that a girl likes them and still not ask them out. You do it. You do it. Flash, next time we go to a mall together, I'm holding you to that statement. For jokes, yeah. No, it's too late. He didn't do it for jokes. I feel like I feel like that's what makes it more serious. Cause like he knows it's not a joke, so he's playing for keeps. So if he got played for keeps, so do you.
Network's Adult Swim block held a contest which asked viewers to make their own commercial advertising the release of the cartoon series Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, Volume 1 DVD set.
I've done that before, and I've done that to a girl while I was working on my shift. Damn. So y'all just be confident, huh? Y'all just be having confidence? Must be nice.
Christian sent in his own unique take, in which he mentions his ongoing feud with Mary Lee Walsh.
Hello! I hired Harvey Birdman, attorney at law, to help me, Christian Weston Chandler, in my case against Mary Lee Walsh, who years ago shared my heart. And he has won the case for me, and you have won for me a Harvey Birdman 2-disc DVD box set, which comes out April 12, 2005.
He finishes with a brief promotion of his custom cards depicting himself and Sonichu.
This is a Christian Chandler Sonichu production.
Regrettably, the winning entry did not feature Chris. In response, he vented his frustration at losing on the Adult Swim message board. My entry was very dramatic, and a lot better than that piece of poo, or any of the others that made the top 5 as well. I'm very upset about that. My Quick's Harvey Birdman spot was the best, and I feel sorry for you, Adult Swim, for not noticing that. You all should take another good look at it, and seriously reconsider.
Maybe confidence is always too good. I'm confident that I'm confident to be confident because I'm confident. That sounds pretty confident to me. Damn. I don't know. I'm not that confident. I feel like I'm not as confident. At least like in that situation. But if like we talking about One Piece like anime, I feel like I'm pretty confident. I feel like I know what I'm talking. Are we talking like swords? I'm pretty confident. But if we're talking about like people, nah, I'm cool. But I feel like this is a little too confident, almost cocky even. Because if that little clip was all of it, I don't know if it's top 5 material. I don't know about that.
In March, Christian published Sonichu, Issue 0, his first full-length comic. The issue is further divided into episodes, much like a television show, with a different story in each one. Episode 1 begins in an open field 5 miles from the city of Station Square, in which a wild Pikachu observes fighting in the distance between Supersonic and the perfect Chaos Monster. Pikachu gets caught in the...
I'm confident I'll find the One Piece. Oh, you mean that I'll find the One Piece? Oh, sorry, man. You must have had a crazy typo there or something. It's crazy.
scuffle and collides with Sonic, the impact releasing a rainbow which lands on a girl Raichu 15 miles away, who then transforms into a hedgehog-like creature and calls herself Rosechu. Meanwhile, the Pikachu somehow inherited Supersonic's powers in changed form and joins Sonic in the battle, defeating the perfect Chaos Monster. He christens himself Sonichu. Christian himself interjects here and there. He draws himself having one blue and one green eye, as he had told Anna. His eyes are in fact different colors, but the difference is nowhere near as profound as in his illustrations. He then proceeds to introduce Quickville, and reveals that he is also the mayor of said town. He then goes on to introduce all the main characters of the story,
Wait, part of the lore, we gotta know this.
mayor of said town. He then goes on to introduce all the main characters.
This is Sonichu, the electric hedgehog Pokemon and the main character. Age is 16, hobbies running, surfing, chilling, mostly outdoor activities. Other facts: he enjoys the scenery around him, his favorite colors are yellow and blue, and he enjoys popular music, and he loves Rosechu.
Characters of the story,
Nice.
including Mary Lee Walsh. He saves himself for last, and devotes a full page to talk about Christian Weston Chandler. The next
Wait,
last, and devotes a full page to talk about Christian Weston.
okay. Alright, let's read it. To describe myself in real life, I am a very creative person. I enjoy playing video games, Sonic the Hedgehog, Pokemon, Animal Crossing. I also like to build with Lego pieces, and I enjoy most kinds of music. I am also fascinated with the Transformers. I also play the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. 5'10", born on February 24th. I'm working towards a computer-aided drafted and design degree at Pemberton University. I'm also single, lonely, and I need a girlfriend. Hey, if we take anything from this, he's 1 inch shorter than me. It's okay.
Chandler.
We respect short kings.
The
Sorry.
next
It's okay,
episode
guys.
concerns Sonichu and Rosechu meeting and quickly falling in love, sharing a kiss
Wow.
underneath a spray of fireworks. In episode 3, Sonichu confesses that he has a dislike for pickles, as does Christian in real life. This is followed by the introduction of the evil foe, Natesurk, whose name is simply Christian, backwards. After the battle is won, Mayor Chandler drives off in his car, carrying the Virginia vanity plate, Sonichu, identical to the one on his real-life car. It should
Hey,
be
low-key,
noted that
that's kinda
Sonichu
tough.
refers to Chris as his father, even though his creation has nothing to do with Christian. The comic ends with a sub-episode starring Chris in a story based on his run-in with the mall police. However, in this version, he clutches his medallion, says Electric Hedgehog Power, and transforms into Chris Chan Sonichu.
No. 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 No, he doesn't. No, he does not. No, he doesn't. You're lying. You're lying to me. You're lying to me, and I will not stand for it. You're telling me that...
Run-in with the mall police. However, in this version, he clutches his medallion, says
Oh wait, you said Sonichu looks like a ball-headed roach? Don't do that. Respect the art. Respect the art, okay?
Electric Hedgehog Power, and transforms into Chris Chan Sonichu, who largely looks like a blue-colored Sonichu, making him look like the original Sonic the Hedgehog.
Here we go. Let's rock and roll with things that make you go, I don't want to look at it. I honestly don't want to.
Meanwhile, the Jerkop equips metal armor. Needless to say, Chris defeats him by cursing him into experiencing horrendous bad luck by using his Curse Kamehameha attack. Towards the end of March, Hannah, who worked at Starbucks in the fashion
Just a
square,
Dookie Brown
approached
coat.
Christian during his near-daily pacing and asked him out on a date. After she left, I became very excited and oh my god all over. After
Wait, ew, he's shitty. But I just had an idea. What if this is how he interprets it? Right? After everything happens, this is how he perceives what happened. So maybe like mall security stopped him and like checked his bags or something. And then after, like, he's like, damn, I just whooped that man's ass. I just gave him the business. And what about after, like, the whole thing with Anna? He's like, he's kind of feeling himself like, she wants me, I mean, hey.
calling mom and eating me nuggets, I lifted the chair with such cheer and grace and spun around with it like a dancer. Then I put it back where it was. I felt that my love quest had finally come to an end, and I so elated that my shattered heart had a full, fast recovery. I went to Starbucks, and we talked about basic things. I showed her my Sonichu scrapbook. She was very impressed. I gave her my email and both my phone numbers on a Sonichu site card, and she gave me her email address. I was very attentive as I took notes about her and maintained eye contact. As I left her, I gave her a double-take flirt. That was the rise, now here comes the fall. As I was sitting at my spot, thinking about future steps for later dates, Anna and Dana told me they went to talk to Hannah. She told them that she was setting me up in a prank. I could not believe it, so I found and asked Hannah. Sadly, it was true. Then in major shock,
Not gonna lie,
my
he
heart
born
shattered
facts.
again by 85%, and I let out a big no. His outburst of negation resulted in Chris getting banned from the mall again. He devoted the second sub-episode to this misadventure. Not long after,
Isn't it crazy that Chris... Isn't it crazy that Christian gets more girls than me? Man, I'm gonna end myself. No. It's cool though. I bet he doesn't know much about One Piece, so it doesn't matter.
he completed his second Sonichu comic, Sonichu Issue 1. Pokemon's Giovanni teams up with Sonic villain Dr. Robotnik to create their own Sonichu in order to defeat the real thing. Unfortunately, a blunder causes Sonichu's DNA sample to get corrupted with cherry cola, producing an imperfect replica of our hero, called Black
He's
Sonichu,
black.
also known as Blotchu. Blotchu captures Rosechu, so Sonichu and Sonic team up to rescue her. After combating Blotchu and the new Metal Sonichu, they eventually save Rosechu. The style of the comic became more text-heavy, with some conversations so convoluted that Chris numbered the lines in the order that they should be read. The following month, Chris's review for Sprung, a dating simulation game for Nintendo DS, was published in Nintendo Power. I originally bought the game because I needed some lessons on what to say to, or do for, a girl. To make a long story short, I developed a fear that all the pretty girls are already paired up with a boyfriend.
Blotchu,
I've
that
got
dude.
social phobia.
What'd you say? Chrissy-chan is the main character you can't compare. That's facts. That's facts. That's okay. I come to terms with it. Chris-chan's the main character, I'm nothing but a side character. That's fine. We all have to accept that sometimes.
Phobia, after the Spanish word for boyfriend. Anyway, before Sprung, I was afraid to approach most women. FYI, I am 22 years old. I tried to silently attract a boyfriend-free girl, mostly with signs, for over 1 year and 4 months. Then Sprung provided me with general things to say and do, so I felt more confident.
I'm the Vegeta of his story? Really? Because I was thinking I was like a cool Krillin, maybe a Yamcha, perhaps. I'll even take a Ten Shenhan at this point. You'll find your Bulma eventually. Hopefully one day. Hopefully. You know, maybe I just need to take notes. Maybe I should actually just start taking notes like it's Blue's Clues. So first, how to get a boyfriend-free girl. Pace around the mall and wait for a female to wave at me. And then attempt to flirt back.
When I tried my
Let's
newfound
see.
expressions from the dating simulator, I forgot my fear of the infinitely high boyfriend factor, and I met a couple of lady friends with whom I feel more comfortable. So thank you Nintendo and Ubisoft for the dating advice that this frustrated virgin needed. Christian C. On April 13th, a University of Virginia student wrote a blog post that included her observations of Christian, whom she renamed Sonichu, hanging around the Alderman Library. So Sonichu returned to Alderman today. I'm not sure what to make of him. He sits in his chair and draws his Sonichu comics. Harmless, I ask me. Yet I feel like he knows he's different. He knows that the world rushing in front of him is not his own, surrounded by the brightest students in America, whatever that means. He sits in his chair and draws. 23 years old. I'm not sure he even graduated high school. In front of him, text of Plato.
What you're not about to do is disrespect him like that, alright? He graduated high school, I think. I'm pretty sure. Why do you have people? It doesn't matter. He graduated high school, right? Okay.
Faulkner, God, and Kleist's swirl. Does he have the capacity to understand these works? Whether he can or not, I am not sure. But there is something in his eyes that realizes that there is a level of understanding and thought that he is unable to partake in. As he slumps lower and lower in his chair, with each student he eyes reading or holding a book, he falls into himself, into the markers and colors on the page in front of him. He seems intelligent enough to understand that he does not understand, and that is the hardest part of all.
Damn. What the hell?
In early May, Chris released Sonichu Issue 2. This marks a turning point in the comic as the story begins to focus on Christian rather than Sonichu. Episode 7 concerns the Antuant Prophecy. When Sonic explains the mysterious prophecy to Christian, Chris reaffirms that he is the creator and father of Sonichu. They enter the Destiny Cave and unknowingly release an ancient evil power. Chris also meets an ancient leader of the Cherokee clan, who reveals that Chris is his reincarnation. He is told that he has to unleash ancient powers to defeat the evil by using his Sonichu medallion to transform into Chris Chan's Sonichu. The story ends in a cliffhanger, with Sarah Hammer and Wes Isley getting possessed by mysterious forces. Between episodes 7 and 8, Chris inserts an advertisement for Axe body spray, in which, ignorant of the societal norms of hygiene, unknowingly confesses that he believes that bathing makes people smell exceptionally nice, to the point that people would compliment you, and that using Axe body spray is just as—
Guys, that is a lie, alright? Showers are a myth. Okay, showers are just social experiments by the government to see if you're enough of a sheep. Take showers, alright? You don't even need to take a shower. Just get some Axe body spray. It's basically shower in a can. Come on. Come on, guys.
as effective as bathing. Episode 8 continues with
Wake
Wes
up.
meeting his past self, who is a member of the Wasabi clan, and turns into Wesley Sonichu and vows to kill Chris. Sarah also sees a vision and meets the queen of the Cherokee clan, and transforms into Sarama Rosechu. Meanwhile, Chris Chan Sonichu accidentally transforms back into his human self, leaving him vulnerable to attack from Wesley Sonichu, who turns himself into a ball and goes for a flying attack, prompting this exchange from the protagonists. What the? Sonichu, run! You don't have to tell me twice, but during the Stone Age.
Shower in a can. This gotta stop. Okay, listen, alright? Listen, okay? Listen. Realistically, if you only have an Axe body spray and a pack of 5 gum, you will never have to get in the shower nor brush your teeth again. And that is a fact. That is a fact. I am a unqualified doctor and dentist, but it's a fact. That is plot too cliche. Honestly though. But if this got turned into an anime, are you not watching it? If this was on Netflix tomorrow, I might have to watch it. I might have to. Doesn't mean I'm gonna like it. I have to see what they're gonna do.
Chris figures out that his attacker is Wes Isley, and confesses how jealous he is of him for being with Sarah, who is eavesdropping nearby. Wesley reveals that he only wants to steal the Cherokean crown. Chris changes into Chris Chan and fights Wesley Sonichu, who
Damn, he's
eventually knocks
fucking
Chris
it
out
up.
and
Fuck.
steals the crown, which inexplicably just came into being. Before Wesley can finish him off, Sarama intervenes and fires a lightning bolt arrow at Wesley, pinning
Wait.
him.
Just use Trident gum and you'll never need to brush again. What are you talking about? Ill, I'm shitty. That's how it works, okay? Alright? That's how it works. There's no point for a toothbrush. It's just taking space. You can just keep the gum in your pocket and just chew. If you really want to be... if you really want to Make sure you get all that little bit of plaque. You just take the gum, right? You chew it up a little bit, wrap it around your finger, and just brush. There, portable toothbrush.
Him to an unsacred tree. In the final episode, Sarah breaks up with Wes, who cries out no while shrugging. They learn that Quickville, which is a vibrant community with happy people, cool chicks, business, and a frustrated male, is under attack from a giant stone golem, which is under the control of Mary Lee Walsh and a mysterious talking orb. So Chris-chan, Sarah, and Wesley fly over there to fight them. The orb reveals itself as the ancient evil and announces that he is Count Graduan, who is a personification symbolizing the pain and sadness of Christian graduating from high school. The three heroes beat them off for a little while, but Walsh and Graduan escape.
Wait, he what?
The
Beat
three
him off?
heroes beat them off for a little while, but Walsh and Graduan escape, vowing to
What?
fight another day. In the epilogue, Christian and Sarah chat on the couch, and unfortunately for Chris, she reveals that she has found herself another boyfriend named William, and thanks Chris for being a great friend. Christian
You know what's
dedicates him-
crazy though? Imagine writing your crush breaking up with her boyfriend and then cucking yourself with a made-up person in your own story. I mean, that's some level of a passion in his storytelling. He didn't even let himself get the win. That's how much he cared about the story. It would have been too predictable.
an entire page to Sarah Hammer, his lifelong friend, and offers some highlights of their time together. Currently, I don't get to see he as much as I did, because she found herself a boyfriend while I was in Richmond.
Sheepishman.
But I often wonder how she is, and if she is
Shut
happy
up.
with him. I share my troubles with her in my illustrations, letters, and over the phone. I always appreciate the little moments I have with her. The final page is a call to action for all Sonichu fans, in which Chris expresses his wish to have Sonichu produced into a bona fide franchise by Nintendo America.
His
The
character
comic
always look
concludes
different
with
each time.
sub-episode
You know what?
3, which
You know what, guys? You know what I'm gonna do? And I want all of you guys to do the same. I'm gonna draw my Sonichu character right now. Right? While this plan, I'm gonna draw him. Here.
in which Chris expresses his wish to have Sonichu produced into a bona fide franchise by Nintendo America. The comic concludes with sub-episode 3, which is a dramatic reimagining of Chris's conflict with Mary Lee Walsh, who is the head of the private villa of corrupted citizens, the base of operations for the villains in the Sonichu universe, the name of which is derived from the acronym of Piedmont, Virginia Community College. With Sonichu Issue 2, Christian comes closer to blurring the line between real life and his comic book world, creating his own reality. In Sonichu's News Dash Issue 9, Chris announced that he will attend the Anime Mid-Atlantic Convention in Richmond,
I'm
Virginia.
gonna go to an
all
anime
3
convention
days.
soon.
Since he has put himself into Sonichu's world, he will cosplay as himself. Talk about self-respect, huh? Also, he will be watching some of the good anime, getting some souvenirs, participating in some of the events, and just having the good time. Also,
What you should do is raise your hand in the air and lend me your energy. I can do both. Alright? I can multitask.
he will have some printed copies of Sonichu Premiere Issue 0 on hand. But if you want a collectible copy, you will have to find him and ask for one. He stayed 2 nights alone in a hotel room, and during the convention, he handed out copies of Sonichu Issue 0 to unsuspecting attendees. On June 22nd, Christian recounted the events of the past 2 days. I had my setup at the McDonald's at Walmart, and apparently complaints were made. The 2 manager-jerks, a senior comic, and a black fat jerk. He looked a lot like the leader of the jerk cops at the mall, whom I refer to now as the jerk chief, approached me and took me for a fall with my trying to find a boyfriend-free girl, like I had been doing for the past over 1 year and 10 months. We argued and disputed until the 2 of them left to call the police. While they were gone, I had taken off the sign from my Nintendo DS and hidden it on the back cover of my diary. When the jerk cops came, they were all like, "What seems to be the problem?" And the married Seinor comic was like, "Where's the sign?" And I was, "What sign?" And
Damn,
another
played
argument
'em.
was had between the 4 of us, in which I never gave any of those jerks eye contact, because none of them deserved it.
Tell him,
So,
sis.
I got kicked out from
Preach.
the McDonald's, not the Walmart, for the rest of the day. Now for what happened today. I was starting to set up my things, and the B manager was getting in my face. I feel that he really hates me. And he was like, don't set up your stuff. Don't push me. I was not going to use the Nintendo DS sign today anyway. But he did not want my pixel block sculptures at all. I stood up against that manager. I continued to build,
Alright,
and I
guys.
dictated my
You guys want to see my Sonichu? I've been working hard. Working real hard for this little guy. Oh, hey, Kira, welcome. Here, let me show y'all. I'm proud. I'm proud of this. Look at him. Look at him. Look at the little dude. I'm gonna name him... What should I name him? Shogun Chu? Shogun Chu. There we go. Look at this. Shut up, Flash. You don't know. You don't know none. What you know about this? I get him little overalls because he's cool like that. W photo, right? I'm putting this... Do I even have a thumbtack to put it on the wall with? I'm putting it right next to my monitor so I can always look at it.
situation into his face with a song and dance.
Name him
He went
shitty.
up
Oh,
to the
name him
Walmart
shitty. Cause he's shitty. See, Flash, what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna turn me into Christian. You're not gonna bully me. W photo. Thank you. Thank you, Twin. See? Twin thinks a good photo. Oh my god. I just got reminded of something. I just got reminded of something because I said Twin. I saw this thing on Twitter and it shouldn't have gone as hard as it did. Let me load it up. Okay, okay, let's be real. If there was a cartoon with this character, y'all would watch it, right? W photo, but he shouldn't. Nah, he's a clean lad. He's a clean boy. Alright. Here, let me find it. How did I get in my save tweets? We're reading V hit over on my side tonight, Matt. I thought you just plugged your... I thought you plugged it like you were doing it right now. I was like, damn. Didn't even wait. Okay, here it is. This should not have gone as hard. Look at this. Okay. There we go. Look at this. You can't say this doesn't go hard. You can't say it doesn't. You can't say it doesn't.
And a jerk, and he was like, hey, let's talk. But I sat silent for a minute. Then I said to him, I do not speak to any man other than myself, because they all have taken all the pretty girls, leaving me with none. Verbal combat.
Okay. I'm going to prove right now that you can really say Christian, if he had the right confidence and the right cadence, he could make it work. It could work. If he did it in the right way, he would be the strongest man alive. Ready? Ready, watch. Here, I'll prove it. I don't speak to... Okay. My balls hurt. I appreciate you telling me, Seabiscuit. Welcome back, by the way. I appreciate you telling me that. Like, imagine, right? Imagine some guy's like pressing you. Wait, why is you not focused? Hey. Focus. There we go. Okay, you know what? Doesn't matter. Imagine some guy's pressing you, right? You're just sitting trying to eat your food or find a girlfriend, whatever. And he walks up and he's like, hey, I'm talking to you. He's like, I don't speak to any man other than myself. Because they've taken all the... Okay, maybe the second part doesn't work, but you get what I'm saying. First part works.
Because they all have taken all the pretty girls, leaving me with none. Verbal combat had started, and during the fight, I ran off.
Okay, I'm sorry for a tangent, but I literally just had this conversation with Simmer on when we were playing Valorant. Imagine how much easier life would be if you had no balls. Imagine how easy it would be. And just imagine, with no balls, I could probably take over the world. Honestly, if I didn't have balls, I could take over the world. You know what? You know, if I didn't have balls, I'd be the most confident man in the world. My balls are the only thing holding me back, and I'm down that hill.
Off, still giving verbal punishment, as
No
well
balls.
as the finger,
Literally.
and many kursiye-hamehas. I nearly backed up onto him with my car, and I gave him another finger. Then I dashed off. Now, I feel sad, because I've nowhere else to go.
Do it. Tickles worth. Let's see. My testicles might be worth 27K. My testicle, not testicle, so that's 2. 27K for my testes. A testy? That 54,000. Shoot, I might have to do it. I'm gonna sell my heart. I don't know if you can live with that one. But selling my testy, that might be the look. See, the funny thing is, I can just go sell it and just never say nothing about it. Just never bring it up. Like, after stream right now, I can go sell my testicles. And I could just never bring it up a day in my life, and no one would ever know. No one would ever know. No one will ever be able to ever be like, no, you still have your balls. How do you know? How do you know? I regenerated. I'm a Majin. I swear, every stream, the story with you just increases.
To attract a boyfriend-free girl, and I feel very furious with those managerks and all men other than myself and my father. Chris began believing that there was a conspiracy involving all the men in his town. They all are against me in finding a girlfriend of my own, but I will not give up on my long and Tados love quest. I'll find a new attraction spot, somewhere in Charlottesville, Virginia. There has to be at least one 18 to 23-year-old boyfriend-free, caring, smoke-free, non-alcoholic, white girl out there somewhere.
Oh,
Chris drama.
that man hit the filters. The moment that okay, I was agreeing with him. He's like 18 to 23 because like, okay, you know, 18, that's fine as long as he's above age. Because like 23, you know, that's his age, that's fine. And he's like, okay, I don't want her to smoke. Okay, that's fine, I get that. I don't want her to drink either. Okay, understandable. She has to be white. You know, darkies. Like, damn. Man wasn't taking any chance. Because imagine, right? Imagine you put this out without putting the white only, and there's a black girl or any other race besides white. It was like, hey, Chris, I don't have a boyfriend. I think that we'd be great together. I love Sonic and Pikachu. He's like, no, this can't be. You're not what I asked for. Imagine you came downstairs on Christmas and it was a girl, but she wasn't white. It's like, no, you're not the one.
This entire ordeal in sub-episodes 4 and 5. But
I mean, he's still looking at the majority. Yeah. I think what we really should take away is that Christian Weston Chandler should really just get their balls cut off and sell it for $54,000. I mean, honestly, that's probably the best thing to do. Listen, I got 2 siblings, and one already has a child. They don't need me to carry the bloodline. I'm not a necessity. I could do this and safely make sure my bloodline is continued. I don't have to worry about none. Okay, so if I do this, I'm just up 54,000.
But his adaptation also featured the manifestation of his dream sibling, Crystal, his twin sister.
Sell your
A mere month later,
beet juice for money. What do you mean by beet juice? Before I even move on with that, what do you mean by beet juice? I need full context. Tickle my pickle for a nickel, otherwise I'll kill you with a sickle. See, Biscuit, it's just always something. It's just like you and Flash always compete to say something out of pocket next.
He caused more trouble, but this time at Target, where he sat waiting to encounter a boyfriend-free girl for hours, taking gross advantage of the free refills at his disposal. I was at the new Target store, just hanging around, not bothering anyone. And, from out of the blue, these two managers asked me to leave because they said I was loitering. I was not.
My beet juice. Heard they pay well. Really? How much they pay? Actually, let me take this one. How much? My search history about to look crazy. How much do they pay for $100 to $150 per donation visit? Donating 1 to 2 times a week. Donors earn an average of 4,006. Maybe my nuts can stay. Maybe they can stay. I'm about to make bank, okay? Because think about it. 1 to 2 times a week, that's probably just the average. I'm going every day, every hour, on the hour. I'm about to be a regular. I'm about to damn near be on the payroll. I'm about to have a room that just says Simer's juices. Simer sauce. 150. I can. Hey there, Timmy, 5th time this week. It's like, oh hey, welcome back. You've been back. I'm gonna show up super just dehydrated. And I'm just gonna come in with a wheelbarrow full of mason jars. And they'll be like, hey, what you got there? You back already? I'm like, tell them to bring me my money. There's 700 mason jars. It's only been a week. I want my money. I'm gonna save this. This has been a very productive stream. We're only an hour in, and I've learned a lot. You don't look like a human, so it's like, yeah, I can just.
I was there hoping to find an 18 to 23-year-old boyfriend-free girl, like I usually do. Then, from out of the blue, after I told them off, they came back with 2 jerk-cops. I was slightly intimidated, but mostly annoyed and ready to strike back on them. They asked me to leave and never return. I did not want to leave. I would have left peacefully. In fact, I was ready to go. But I had a prepared speech to say to them stupid jerk-cops. And, during the middle of my speech, they chased me, pulled my pants, and pinned me to the floor. 5 jerk-cops dogpiled on me as I struggled to get free. 1,000 pounds of sausages on my 180-pound body.
1,000 pounds of what? What did they do to you, Chris? Whoa. I'm sure he means like he's just calling them sausages, right? As an insult. They stole his speech truth. Bro, I don't know, because this sounds crazy. He said they pulled his pants and then he had 180 pounds of sausage on him. He put the ock on him. Chris might be getting the bag of his own.
Was seriously a cutoff for my breathing flow. They handcuffed my wrists and legs, and they hog-tied me.
He got took.
Not only did I feel humiliated from being the victim, but I was angry at them, not only for handcuffing me, but once again thwarting my efforts in trying to find a boyfriend-free girl. They drove me to the county jail, but fortunately, they did not keep me there. I was released to my family. Chris was charged with trespassing.
Okay. I know I keep pausing, but I got another question. If Chris actually had a twin sister, Are y'all dating? Are y'all dating? I want you to be completely honest. Locked up, they won't. Chris, question. Chandler. Hell no. Lock. You don't think if it was? Oh. Oh. Flash, you may be onto something, my. Okay. Okay. Wait 1 second now. Wait. See. Okay. Wait. I was looking into this because I wanted to be sure that I approached this. She probably kidnapped us, maybe. Well, what's wrong with that? You know, a little yonder reaction. But I seen this, I was like, you know what? That's not too bad. And then I saw that. And now I don't know. I think I need to backtrack my statement. Well, we have this to look forward to, right, guys? This is coming up soon. My Google history is gonna be so bad. I'll never be able to use Google again.
Trespassing and disorderly conduct. It was terrible, but my mother and I are going to get back at them in court.
Get that bag, brother.
I learned that the jerk cop who arrested me was called Baggett. That was the only thing about the situation that was hilarious. Replace the B with an F, and you can see how funny it was. However, after attending 2 court hearings, the charges were dropped. This event was recreated in Sonichu sub-episodes 7 and 8, but in Chris's reality, he endured much greater torment, and came out victorious in the end. Less than a week later, Chris had another run-in with the law. This time, a minor fender bender when he rear-ended the car in front of him. He was fined $30 and also paid $56 in court costs. In August, Christian returned to PVCC after the end of his 1-year suspension. It was around this time that Anna announced that she was moving to Utah. Her announcement also somewhat coincided with her 20th birthday, so Christian and her friends organized a birthday/farewell party.
Flash, earlier you said, did he really get her information though? Look! He's in the friend group. He's in the friend. Look at this. And the photos posted. Flexing the watch. With the Ray-Bans. With the Ray-Bans. With the... You can't say he didn't know what he was wearing. He had the ice on his neck and his wrist. And he had the Ray-Ban. The limited edition Ray-Ban laces.
Party for her, with Chris claiming that he picked out and bought the cake himself. Throughout August and September,
Most of us still
Chris
homeless.
engaged in back-and-forth conversations via MySpace with 2 female students, Jelena and Lindsay. But despite all his efforts to meet with them, it ultimately came to nothing. In September, Chris finished Sonichu Issue 4, which was merely a compilation of sub-episodes 1 through 8. He claimed that his mother didn't want him making any more stories concerning his own life, so he obeyed and stopped making sub-episodes. In October, a user on a Sega forum began a discussion thread about Sonichu, in which members discussed the comic and Christian's personal antics.
No beaches. Poor, not poor Chris, but... You know what, Flash? The more I thought about it, I'm okay that Chris gets more girls than me. I'm okay with that. I am. I truly am. I made peace with it. You know why? You know, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
This was the earliest documented online discussion concerning Christian, but the original Sega forum hosting site has since been shut down and there is no known archive of the discussion chain. In November, Shoujo Beat, a manga anthology magazine, published Chris's letter which vaguely concerned the manga Absolute Boyfriend.
He's in everything,
Izawa
bro.
in Absolute Boyfriend sort of has the same problem I do.
Oh, why do I keep forgetting? It's okay. It was only one time this time. We're young bachelors. Yeah, I guess. We're young bachelors.
of the discussion chain. In November, Shoujo Beat, a manga anthology magazine, published Chris's letter which vaguely concerned the manga Absolute Boyfriend. Riko Izawa in Absolute Boyfriend sort of has the same problem I do. She can't get a guy, and I can't get a girl. Here's my sitch. All the pretty girls are already paired up with some jerk, leaving me with none to choose from. Also, nobody can tell, off the bat, a paired up from a boyfriend-free girl. At first, it's equally hard for Riko to find a girlfriend-free boy, but then she's granted this wish, where she gets a girlfriend-free boy, although he is a robot, delivered to her doorstep. Lucky girl. I'm 23 years old. One would think I'd have gotten a girlfriend by now, but no, I haven't. I'm stuck in the situation where if my parents should pass away, I will be a very lonely virgin. Some months later, a fellow reader sent in a reply to Chris. Why is he only looking for pretty girls? There are plenty of girls who are not super model gorgeous whom he could date. It's not the outside of the package that counts, but the inside. A girl can be pretty on the outside, but might be mean or self-centered or have other problems, whereas another girl could be plain or even ugly on the outside, but quite a beautiful.
That's sad. No Aki for him, so he got no robust. No robotacy. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say something that may sound a little bad. This may sound a little bad, and I might regret it right after, but I'll still say it. If I was in Chris' situation, right, and I couldn't, and I'm not, this isn't it, but, at least I have One Piece, at least I have that to my life. But if I was like Chris, and I was really looking, like really hardcore searching, doing everything I could, and it just wasn't working, no, he's gonna take I'm just saying, if I was really that desperate, that might be the option. That might be the look. Okay? It's rough. It's rough out here in these streets, okay? And Amazon has Prime. So.
Kind, intelligent person on the inside. If more guys would think about what qualities they look for in a girl, and make sure those qualities don't just focus on her outer appearance, they might just find a girl to go out with. Otherwise, many girls will think, why bother? He'll just leave me for the next pretty girl he sees.
He's trying to wipe up Optimus Prime. Low key, when I was a kid, RC, I think she was like a motorcycle, right? I don't even want to show my Google history because I feel like I'd be looking at weird shit in my free time. Transformer RC. When I was younger, when I was just a little jet, or I'll beat you. Switchback stream. Thanks for a reminder. What? Or I'll beat you. Okay. When I was younger, when I watched Transformers Prime, she was kind of wifey. She was kind of bae. Now I know she got holes in her legs, local Nelson area.
Megan agreed with her sentiment. Chris's advances towards Megan intensified, as is documented in their emails. She declined giving out her phone number, and later in the same email, also declined his invitation to go out to a restaurant. In an email from December, she stated that she did not appreciate Christian trying to kiss her, and admitted that she's not interested in a relationship, but insisted they can remain as friends. She also confessed to accidentally discovering that he bought Megan a Nintendo DS, even though she had recently just gotten one herself. Through Megan, Chris was introduced to My Little Pony and Sailor Moon, with Megan providing him with some of her own fan art. He also began making his own custom.
She ain't even that bad. Chrissy Chan can do better. Who, Megan? Yo, hi, I'm tripping. I thought you were talking about Optimus Prime. I was like, What? Did I miss something? I mean, honestly though, like, you know, Christian, I'm gonna say something a little controversial, so please hear me out. Christian's a little bit of a beta male, if I had to be frank, if I had to be a little honest. All right? Now, hear me out before you guys get your pitchforks. He bought a girl a DS. Now, I'm sure at the time a DS was like, well, like the equivalent of like an Xbox or like a PS5. But, and are you guys going to buy a girl PS5? I don't think so. He's not a beta, he's a soy boy. That's honestly pretty close to the same thing in my book.
My Little Pony figures, including one that he made using his own hair. As an adult male fanatic of My Little Pony, he preceded the so-called brony culture, which would only begin to blossom.
Let me find one black man in this group. Let me find one. Nope, I think that's a woman. I'm pretty sure that is a woman. Flash, I think we're safe. This one time I think we're safe.
Around 5 years later, Megan also requested him to bid on a collection of World War II photos on eBay, of which Chris was the winning bidder. In 2006, Christian's online spending habits intensified, with Chris purchasing My Little Pony and Sailor Moon figures, pornography, and sex toys, among other things.
Bootylicious. My God. He is just like me. I said if I was in his position and I couldn't find a girl, you know, I would, and then he did. Pearl beaded prolonged ring. He's just like me for he's twin. He's Sonichu twin, right? Okay. But maybe he might put my Sonichu in his comics. My God.
Things. In February of 2006, Christian finished drawing Sonichu issue 3, which took 7 months to complete. The comic begins with the origin stories of each member of the chaotic combo, whose eggs were created in and ejected from the rainbow as seen in episode 1. The green egg lands in the jungle. The electric hedgehog Pokemon that came out of it grows up to become Wild Sonichu. The blue egg lands in the ocean and is rescued by the Pokemon Swampert, which takes it to the beach just in time for it to hatch and become Bubbles Rosechew. The white egg lands in front of a church, and out of it hatches Angelica Rosechew, who is raised by nuns. Mystifyingly, after she evolves into her final form overnight, Christian is outside her window, bringing her a scrunchie and a pair of shoes as a gift. The red egg crashes into Nabe's dojo-shin and hatches. For some reason, Nabe is compelled to rip off the Sunny's tail, causing him to instantly evolve into Punchy Sonichu. The purple egg hatches in a cave, and the purple Sunny starts to telepathically communicate with the Pokemon Mewtwo, who decides to mentor it. For months, this mysterious mentor taught the Sunny how to hone his pores, lift objects, mentally and physically, and what the outside world was like. Until one day, during meditation, the Sunny suddenly evolves into Magi-chan Sonichu. He then farts. The episode ends with a final bulletin which would have been more suitable for a televisual feast rather than a comic book. Stay tuned for when these hedgehogs meet. In the next episode, Blachu steals a Master Sunstone and through a comedy of errors, is met with 4 of the chaotic combo. Eventually, the 5-member troupe teams up with Sonichu and they take down Blachu, leaving him in a bloody mess, accompanied by a tweet sound effect, commonplace in cartoons. The comic closes with a fake ad for a call service that would send one of the 2 single men in the world a beautiful girlfriend or a monkey. In May 2006, Christian attained a cat degree after 5 years of study, even though it should have only taken 2. For the graduation after 5 years of study, even though it should have only taken 2. For the graduation ceremony, he decided to wear the robe from his high school graduation instead. Now that Christian received this qualification, this made him more likely to get a job and advance his life towards building up a career, doing what he loved, and possibly even realizing his wish for the Sonichu franchise to become a dignified reality, making his dream come true.
I got Gumby on the Game Boy Advance. End of part 3. We have successfully made a 40-minute video, an hour and 18 minutes. Well, part 4. He's shitty. But he got that degree though. I mean, at least respect that.
What made him this way? What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated? This is the story of Chris Chan.
Part 4. He has lost his
With
way.
Sonichu issue 5,
You know the way.
story
Don't bring that
strays
back.
further
Let it
and
die.
further away from the Sonichu storyline and makes Christian the main character, with the plot of the comic closely mirroring his own life. The comic begins with Sarah's wedding, with Chris attending in spirit, possibly alluding that he didn't attend her actual wedding. The episode also introduces 2 new characters, Megadula Skunk, based on a character created by Megan, and Sailor Mechtoon, indisputably symbolizing Megan herself. He briefly fights off Wes Isley, and at the end of the episode, Sarah thanks him for all the childhood years they spent together and wishes him good luck on his advances towards Megan. Sarah throws her bouquet at him, and he catches it, believing this meant his own wedding would come shortly. Christian uses his comic to depict his inner monologue and fantasies to the world. I love Megan.
You think
Yet
he's
she's not
Goku?
ready to return or seek it. I'd feel better.
Let's be honest though. Chris Chan could probably beat Goku. And if you say no, you're just biased.
If I could chat with her on the phone, although she's uncomfortable doing that. Our email communications are okay, but speech speaks louder than typed words. The artwork also changes to an unmistakably anime and manga style, perhaps in an effort to appeal to Megan even more. In the following episode, Christian has
What's
a
his power
lengthy
scaling?
discussion with Sonic.
So let's just check his feats, right? Let's just check his feats. So we know base form Chris Chan, right? We know base form. That was good. that was a good one. You got me. You got me. Good one. Give me your fucking emotes. Give me your goddamn emotes. Okay. Well, we know base form Chris Chan was able to take a beating by 180-pound, secured 5 of them. Right? Base form. But we know that when he transforms to Sonichu, he gets a power boost. I test it every hour. You get a power boost. And that power boost multiplies his strength times infinity. Now we know Goku's power cap is somewhere around universal. Knocking got me too because I had the headphones in. See? Fucking everyone up. Telling you. Spooky.
Sonichu about his optimistic hope.
Goku did better. He grabbed Galactic.
That he and Megan will get together, despite him admitting a few pages ago that she was not responsive to his advances. He acknowledges that he is so optimistic that he even stopped using his attraction sign. They're interrupted by the announcement that Mary Lee Walsh and the Jerkops are invading Quickville, so Chris teams up with Megan, Crystal, and the Chaotic Combo. During the climax, Crystal gets trapped in the dark mirror, and Christian comforts a tearful Megan who thought that she had lost Chris for good. His obsession with Megan is made crystal clear, and is further confirmed by the emails she sent to him. I know you know that.
You wanna know how I know I'm biased? You wanna know how I know, like, there's a double standard for me? jerk cops together don't sound jerk ops, but listening to Chris doing this, I'm like, what the hell? Ew. Chris, what are you doing, man? Snap out of it, right? But in that same exact vein, if a girl were to do this for me, I'd probably have no issue with it. I'd probably be like, yeah. Then again, I'm into yandere, so I have something wrong with me mentally at some point and somewhere in the line. But I mean, he's trying. He's doing his best. Wrap it up.
But
You're
I hate
right.
guys and I hate love, 'cause I told you a million times. So why do you keep getting too close and touching me? I really don't like it at all. I know you said 'cause you have feelings for me and it's hard for you, but I'm sorry, this sounds mean. You really need to try and get over it. If you keep hanging on like that to someone who doesn't love you back, well, it'll only make you more miserable. You need to just accept the fact that I don't and will probably never love you. So you should just take a rejuvenating breath and move on. Advice to which Chris refused to listen, as is evident in an email written just a month later.
They sent
Just a little rant
paragraphs.
that I have to keep telling you to please stop touching me. It's like you're not wanting to listen to me. I tell you, then you say okay, but eventually you're back to the same tricks, and this time I really mean it. Even my other friends don't like it and think it's weird. So once and for all, could you please stop? You know I don't like it, so why do you keep doing it? It's not like you're gonna try and soften me or something. So, I don't want to have to tell you again, or I might get really angry. 'Cause you know, unwanted remarks or advances to a girl is sexual harassment, and I don't take that lightly. Chris is not so subtle.
See, bro, this is why whenever I feel like I don't I don't touch women. She's gonna beat them. Hopefully, I like to see that fight. Megan versus Chris. I'll watch that in the ring. I would pay pay-per-view money to see that in the ring. But if I ever touched a person or a female, and she seemed any kind of like she didn't like it anyway, not even like sexual touch, just like touch her at all, I'd stay 6 feet away. I become a turtle. I just hide in a shell. Chris didn't wake up breezy. I hope not. Right now, I'll say, yeah, Chris is doing some weird stuff, but like, at least he's not on some super weird stuff, you know what I mean? Gorgeous.
Attempts at getting her attention did not go unnoticed. Sometimes I get the feeling that you copy me to get me to like you, like Sailor Moon for example. The only Sailor Moon thing you had was that adult video, and since I told you how much I love it, then you start getting into it. Kinda like My Little Pony. That kind of thing really annoys me. I don't like it much when people get into something right after they find out I liked it first. When you said we had a lot in common.
She's gatekeeping like hell. What the hell? So wait, her argument here is that, oh, you found out that I like Sailor Moon, so then you start liking it? Disgusting. The hell? If I'm talking to someone about One Piece and they're like, oh, I'll go check it out, and now they like One Piece, I'm gonna be like, you're really meat riding right now, you know that, right? You know you're meat riding. It's like, what do you want him to do? Be like, oh, that's cool, bro. Cool story.
Like Sailor Moon and My Little Pony. Well, who loved Sailor Moon first? Who collected My Little Pony first? Okay.
So she basically
I know
saying
I
you're
sound
meat
like a
riding.
spoiled brat.
I'm
Can you see
gatekeeping
what I'm
One
trying to
Piece.
say? I
Facts.
don't like being too in common with others. I try to be as different from others as possible.
So she's
On
quirky.
June 27th, 2006, Paddy Chandler was put to sleep. A day later, at a special service, Christian read out the eulogy, which he wrote himself.
What
My
happened?
family, furry friends, anyone else present. We are gathered here today to pay our last respects and wishes to our dearly beloved Beagle Spitz, Paddy, who has departed from our world here on Earth to a doggy heaven where she will be happier because she will run free and play with all the other dogs who are already having fun up there. I will always remember Paddy for all the lovely memories she had shared with me from when I picked her out of the litter at my Aunt Karina's house in Red Oak, Virginia, the time I watched
Spit
my
on
old
him?
best friend, Sarah Hammer,
What?
take Paddy by her front paws and danced a bit, the times I've watched her stand on her hind legs and then rewarded her with a biscuit bone, the times I've just sat with her in the yard and petted her head. I've always given her a bally scratch, where I stroke her head with all 5 fingers, like as if I was gently squeezing a rubber ball. The many times I've fed her a can of food and a cup full of dry food, and refilled her bucket with fresh water so she can drink it and wash her face. When Paddy was brought to the vet on that fateful day, I was distraught with fright and concern for her health. I stayed with her during her final moments, with a hand on her head and a tear in my eye. When my mother was brought the paper that gave the doctor permission to send her on her way, I didn't want her to be the one to sign it. I raised Paddy since she was a 6-week-old pup, and I wanted to take the strain for signing that one-way ticket. It was hard for me, but it was for the best. So I signed that paper with a crying Sonichu face saying, "We love you, Paddy."
You're ruining it. You're ruining it. Wait, what are you talking about? Spit is the dog's name? So the dog spit on him. Okay, no. Damn, I just got double whammy. I went from the video to go talk to... She found the way. Oh, okay. It was so sad until he said a sad Sonichu piece. He kind of took me out of it. I was like, damn, fuck. So sad and emotional.
After that, I gave her my final pets: hug, hand to paw hold, eye contact, ear rub, cheek to fur rub, and I sadly waved her for the final time, and I said, "Goodbye, Paddy. I love you." As I stood outside, I heard Paddy's last barks, saying, "I will always love you, Chris. Thank you." But we all must move on with our lives, with our beloved Lucky Mutt in our hearts and in our memories. So, Paddy, may your old doghouse and surrounding flowers forever memorialize your blessed heart, your barks at the stars and strangers, and your loyal love that you have blessed upon me and my family and friends. Bark on and rest in peace, our beloved Lucky Paddy.
Damn.
What would you do for a PS3 and a chance to be on Robot Chicken?
In
A
November,
lot.
Adult Swim held another contest, this time encouraging viewers to submit a video wherein they would say what they would do for a PlayStation 3. Christian's video featured the appearance of his own makeshift PS3, which was in fact a PS2 encased in a mix of Lego and pixel block pieces.
Hello, my name is Christian Weston Chandler of Ruckersville, Virginia. What would you do for a PS3? What I would do for a PS3? I tell you what I do. Well, if I had the money, I'd wait in line, like all the other people did with their tents and all that good stuff. I'd throw away the cure for autism if I had it, because I want to get rid of that lifelong curse that I've had. And, oh yeah, I would trade in my PS2 for another thing. Or, otherwise, I'd make one from wood if it was hard enough. But you know what I did? I did it. I made one from Legos and pixel blocks. And believe it or not, I actually play Guitar Hero on this thing. Thunder Horse!
In the beginning of 2007, Christian started working on a DVD called
He's such a beta. Okay, you're not wrong, but this is the worst time to say it because he just showed us some cool shit. How you gonna say he's a beta? He just built a PS3 out of Legos before the PS3 came out. That's that's a Chad move. You dropped the ball on this one, Flash. You were supposed to say that before, but now that we're here, it's just not linking up. It's just not the right time. Like, if someone built a PS5 out of Legos before the PS5 came out, yes, a Chad. Yes, a Chad. That was a Chad move. He himself is a beta, yes. But the action he had performed was of a Chad. It was an alpha action from a beta. You see what I mean?
Yep, I'm on TV, which would become a collection of all his TV appearances and his homemade videos, in addition to a slideshow of his pictures up to 2007. He planned to make and release it to only a small selection of people, including Mrs. Sanford, with whom he got in touch via email. You may be able to help me in a portion of it now. There will be a slideshow projected from my...
Okay, I see what you're saying. But you can't deny that the action was of a Chad. You can't deny that wasn't a Chad action. You can't deny that part. Even if he's a beta, it's still a Chad move. He's moving like a Chad in this instance. it doesn't change that he's a beta. It just means that that action was of a Chad. I'm not saying that he's a Chad now, because I'm saying that he's now moving like a Chad.
PlayStation Portable, featuring not only pics of me growing up, but the friends, teachers, and relatives I've known and remembered, either from heart, like yourself, as well as yearbook signatures. As for what had happened during PBTC, in a nutshell, about midsummer 2003, I've realized upon revelation that I needed a girlfriend to make into a sweetheart from the ground up. So, with the sign, which I've later realized that it made me look slow-minded, the R word, I've started my enduring love quest. The Dean
So
of
thought that
Student
counts
Services,
facts.
Mary Lee Walsh,
His
came out
interview
and
wasn't
tore my
good.
sign up right in front of me and said, "You're not gonna get a girlfriend this way or anyway." That b*** shattered my heart and murdered my soul. And it wasn't just her.
He
The
saw this
policemen
all.
imposters in brown, white, and red, aka the jerk cops, blue and black are the true police soldiers, also seriously indented the impression that vagina is for virgins, not lovers. He talked about his high hopes for a future with Megan and ensured his former teacher that she would receive a copy of the DVD.
He sold his
3 days
soul.
before his birthday, he completed Sonichu issue 6. The first story, titled Episode 12.5, is strikingly distinct from all the episodes thus far, which stars his recently deceased dog, Paddy. The story opens with a creative blend of photographic backgrounds and a hand-drawn Paddy, who wishes she could speak so she could thank Christian for all he has done for her. The next morning, Christian walks outside to feed her, only to discover his dog has transformed into an anthropomorphic dog-like creature who can talk. They spend some leisurely time.
Paddy is rolling in her grave. And not for biscuit bones. Look at that. That's exactly what I thought. You know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? Wait. I can't play the sound, but I can show you. Alright. Wait. It reminds It reminds me of that dog. That's all you need, just a picture of the dog. That's all. You don't need more context, that's all.
Christian walks outside to feed her, only to discover his dog has transformed into an anthropomorphic dog-like creature who can talk. They spend
Don't
some
tell me you have
leisurely
sex
time
with
together,
Paddy,
and she
please.
tells Chris that she wishes to roam free outside her pen. Chris leads her indoors and shows her his room, which Paddy calls crowded, and suggests that if he got a girlfriend, she would help him tidy up. Using a Nintendo DS, Chris reveals a portal which opens up to Quickville and declares the town Paddy's new roaming grounds, where she can finally explore with freedom. The final page of the story is a simple full-page tribute to Paddy Chandler.
Aww.
The next episode resumes
That was
where
nice.
the last comic left off. As Chris and the gang debate the best way to rescue Crystal, they come to the conclusion that they need to acquire the 7 Sonichu balls to save her. They discover an evil green Sonichu, who then envelops Chris in a dark dimension in which he announces himself as the Sonichu form of Natesurk, who then reveals his true form and declares that he is, in fact, Reldnak Natsu Natesurk. As the name implies, he is completely the opposite of Christian, with his
This be so easy. Just one click away. One click away, Flash.
semi-bare chest, symbolizing his raging homosexuality, which horrifies and offends Chris. Meanwhile, Black Sonichu announces that he has turned his back on Natesurk, and now he is on friendly terms with Chris's friends, and has also all of a sudden developed a romantic interest in Bubbles. Chris and Natesurk transform into their Sonichu forms and battle, until Chris Chan somehow ends up back in Manchester High School. Just as Natesurk is about to deal the final blow, a phantom basketball knocks him unconscious. Chris is woken up by Megan, who tells him that Natesurk fell into a coma after hitting his head on the bleachers and is currently in the hospital.
Damn.
Bionic the Hedgehog.
He's back! See, there's a reason we had to watch those first 2 episodes. Look, he's back! God. Guys. He's back. He's already back. Best anime reviews ever. I'm so ecstatic. I can't wait to see what happens.
Reveals himself as the one who wielded the basketball at Nate Turk's head. They reminisce about old times and how Chris hasn't drawn Bionic since 2004. Chris laments that he is 25 years old, having never even had a date. The dialogue suddenly becomes a promo for his up-and-coming Yup, I'm on TV DVD, which would not be available for purchase. The scene cuts to 10 weeks later, when Nate Turk awakens from his coma with a fiery urge to murder Bionic the Hedgehog. On February 24th, 2007, Christian celebrated his very special 25th birthday. He held the joint birthday and DVD launch party at what appeared to be the game place. To mark the special occasion and to instill his wisdom unto others, he recorded his important message
I'm not even touch my eye anymore.
in which he reflects on all he has learned
That
over
shit
the course of his life.
Fuck.
He wished for it to become an educational video shown in schools, but this goal has yet to be accomplished.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, and dudes of all teenagers,
It's all connected.
as well as the gals.
I'm in the Sonichu verse
My name
now.
is Christian Chandler. I am here, and y'all are there.
We are.
This message is for everyone of the present and the future beyond this date, February 24th, 2007. My birthday, my 25th birthday. I am high-functioning autistic, and in my 25 years, I have seen and learned so much. And today, I intended to share some wise words that I hope each and every one of you will take to heart and allow for yourself and everyone else a better, brighter future.
He encourages his audience not to take up dirty habits like drinking or smoking.
You should avoid at all costs smoking, drinking alcohol, and intaking similar icky, dangerous
Hear that,
stuff.
guys?
And smoking will
Check
eventually
the
cause
fit.
cancer.
Alright. So we got the blue jeans, right? Solid. The stripe button up, solid. Solid fit. And then we got the blazer. I feel like I've seen him wear this shirt like about 5 times now. In the course of what, 7, 8 years? I feel like I've seen this man in the same fit for too many damn times.
And you'll be more likely to get heart attack, viruses, and your life will be cut drastically short. They don't call cigarettes and cigars death sticks for nothing other than killing you slowly. If I could, I would take every last ounce of tobacco, put them on a rocket, and shoot them up to the moon.
Chrissy Chan needs a tummy tuck. That shirt too small. Bro, he been wearing it for 8 years. Of course it's gonna be too small. Man's been keeping the same fit. He been holding up to that drip. Listen. It ain't just Chris Chan. Some people, they find a fit that really works and they just never let it go. They hold on to that fit to the day they die. And this is just an example, right? Chris is just an example.
He encourages boys to buy a My Little Pony figure to get accustomed to the female form and pretend to treat it like the girl they like.
If you're a young gentleman, I
Interesting,
recommend
legendary facts.
buying yourself a My Little Pony figure of your favorite color or whatever. Now,
Shall I buy one?
Stroking the hair of said pony is very relaxing and therapeutic, and also rubbing it against your cheek. That's nice. And also, you can pretend that the pony is that girl you want to take out to. You want to take out sometime, and talk to the pony like you would talk to the girl.
And he recommends that girls get Transformers.
Now, for the ladies, I would recommend a good old Autobot from Transformers.
He's spitting.
Because
Go get yourself a Transformers.
Examine the mechanics and variations of each and every, of the Autobot you have, like you would learn how a man works, and it'll allow you to feel more comfortable in approaching.
Nah, that's not the same at all. Men are not that complicated. Okay? I know a lot of ladies like to act like men are super complicated. We're not that complicated. All we want is loyalty and anime. If you don't want anime, you most likely want loyalty and some kind of sport. We're not like an autobot that you have to put together. It's very simple. Damn, my eyes really itching. Let me wake up tomorrow with pink eye. See what happens.
And
Flash, I'm blaming you if I get pink
that
eye.
boy you've been flirting from a distance, or just been flirting with from a distance, and hopefully all you have to do is just end up and say hello. I mean, it's not so hard. All you have to do is say hello to the man, ladies. That's all.
We are simple creatures
Everything
looking
else
for
is
the.
from there.
He encourages girls to be more open to having a relationship with less attractive males, and states the importance of staying with your first mate, neglecting that both of his parents were married before. He finally stresses the point that it is crucial that boys and girls stay straight.
Also, keep in mind that while you're playing with these things, you should keep in mind of what your true original gender is. Because it's like you're learning about that girl you want to take on a date, young man. Or likewise, you feel more comfortable to approach that boy just saying hello that you've been checking out from a distance, young lady. And hopefully in due time or now, each and every one of you will stay straight. You know, girl for boy, boy for girl. Everything else is vice, as said by Dr. Kinsey. And besides, if you stray away from the straight path, it can really jeopardize the entire future of the world and the human
He just
race.
age checks saying young
This video
man.
would become the
Are
final
you checking?
addition to his DVD.
Flash, you are a young man. You can't. There's no wait. You can't even be upset. You are a young man. Age check. I never heard someone say age check. Unless they're doing that. So I'm like, excuse me, sir. Are you age checking me? I'm a young man. All right. You got some nerve. Let me see your manager. I'm done.
I am Christopher Christian Weston Chandler. Live
Weston
long
Chandler.
and shine on in your very own unique way. War is never the answer. Peace is. Never fight. Compliments will get you fuzzy wuzzies.
Okay.
War gets you prickly wicklies.
All right.
As well as punches, they get you those too. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
I shall.
In March, Chris reignited communications via email with his half-brother Cole Smithy, who had made a career for himself as a film critic. This renewed interest was most likely in order to acquire his address so he could send his DVD to his brother. I have talked to Mom, and I quote her when she said, "I do not regret giving life to Cole. We've had a bunch of good years up till the madness, and all things considered, I still love Cole very much like any other mother would for her son."
War is always
She
the
really
answer.
does.
Wait,
Cole's
what?
response was,
War is always the answer. If it does solve the problem, then you didn't use enough funds. Only one man can be left standing. Damn, what the fuck? King of the Hill. You know what? I'm not gonna,
was brutally cold and honest. I grew up in an abusive household with Barbara and my former stepfather, Jerry, where physical and mental punishments ran the gambit, from bare-assed beatings to cold showers to bizarre scenarios, acted out with glee by two deeply neurotic adults. The treatment I received in Richmond, Virginia, was another matter altogether. To raise a child in such conditions
Oh,
is
here I come.
inexcusable. Even at a very young age, I knew that they would abandon me. They were both irresponsible and incompetent parents who exposed me to traumas that I would rather not remember. He continued to elaborate on his feelings towards Bob. The crux of my problem with Barbara comes from two sources. The first is Bob's bitter influence on her, which worked to separate our relationship just as Bob did with his own children, with whom he has no association. In nearly 44 years of life, I've never met a meaner or more reprehensible Republican cur than Bob Chandler. I hope that you will email me when he dies so that I can celebrate. Our mutual hatred has never been a secret, and it points out Barbara's proclivity to isolate herself via scurrilous mates. The second and more compelling issue that permanently ruined my relationship with Barbara is the litany of lies she tells anyone who will listen about the identity of my biological father and about her marriage
He's going
history.
in.
He revealed that he employed a private investigator to track down his biological father, who was most likely a man named Rand Coleman Yates, to whom Barbara was married. Go ahead and send your DVD to my address listed below. You and I may be related, but our mother only loves you.
Fuck.
As the months progressed, Chris and Megan's strained relationship carried on. She told him that she did not appreciate him depicting her original female characters with breasts, and once more ordered Christian to stop touching her. In May, Chris created a YouTube account called Sonichu and uploaded his first video, a fight on the game Soul Calibur of Chris versus Mary Lee Walsh.
Sage wins.
In June, Megan left for Kentucky, with Chris
He was
emailing
going
her
in.
frequently, updating her with his activities at the game place and saying how much he missed her. He also mentioned attending an upcoming rummage sale in town, which ended up being reported on in the Daily Progress, with Barbara and Christian receiving an honorary mention. Right behind Ross, Christian and Barbara Chandler were waiting to shop. Christian wanted toys and video games, while his mother wanted to look for fabric. In the meantime, Sony held the Chop Chop Master Onions Rap Showdown contest.
So to his
promoted
YouTube
with
channel.
The Rap of the Rapper.
Fine, but I'm a slave monkey to your entertainment, I guess. Christian. Okay. YouTube channel. Do I have to? Do I really have to? So I'm assuming this is Barbara. You must. Let's look at short. Let's look at one.
Please, everyone, help us. It's just about 6 months. I can't talk about it, but the money we've been getting the past 6 months, we lost a whole bunch of money. And if we don't pay this mortgage, they're gonna foreclose on our house. So please help us. I'm gonna add more listings later, but for now, please go on to my eBay and buy everything that I have on there right now.
Yo, not gonna lie. This guy's kind of like bad chasing right now.
Please help us.
Okay, Christian Weston Chandler. So do I really have to? I mean, like, this is gonna pop up into my YouTube recommendations. I will never be able to use this. This is my main page, guys. Please, I will never be able just to watch YouTube again. For our language to Sonichu. Official YouTube channel of the one only creator and author of Sonichu and Rose Chu series, Christine. Oh, so at some point, I guess it's a she, or I guess they're a she. Christine Weston Chandler, aka Christian Chandler, Christian Ricardo. Me links to my personal Facebook, Twitter, blah blah blah.
Video game, which required contestants to submit a video of themselves performing a song from the game. However, they were limited to only using their own voices, with the use of backing tracks resulting in an immediate disqualification. The winner would get 2 PSPs and an all-expense trip to Seattle's Penny Arcade Expo. Chris was convinced that if he were to win the competition, he could give one of the PSPs to Megan and then invite her along to Seattle so she could fall in love with him and finally take his virginity.
AP Station. My name is Christian Chandler. I live in
I know that
Buffalo,
game.
Virginia. I have a PSP. I like to rap. I play with the rapper. I go with you now. The only song I know is Master Onion, which I got from a demo I borrowed from my friend Megan.
Chris's video was far from polished, with rehearsal
He's
probably
spitting.
kept at a minimum.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you want to let test me, I'm sure you'll find that you all things that I teach you sure to beat ya. Over the rest of that to listen to
He inserts various seemingly random video effects, which were at his disposal via the camera he used to film the video, the PlayStation Eye.
duck and turn, duck and turn. We're gonna jump and pose, jump, pose. Come on now, watch it follow my word. Cause it's almost done, it'll make things worse. do rock gun, yo. Na 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 na. Rap, rap, rap. That's a rap.
The following month, Christian found out that his entry made it into
Oh, this is actual torture. This is actually torture. I'm being tortured. This is purgatory. This has to be.
into the top 10 and was now eligible to the public vote, ultimately due to the low number of total entries. He announced his elation online and urged everyone to vote for him on all his websites and social media. He also emailed several people asking for their vote. This included some unlikely candidates, such as his former guidance counselor from PVCC, Susan Hannafin, and his brother. After some deliberation, Cole agreed to vote for Chris, only after Chris asked their mother about who Cole's real father was. Chris promptly replied that he asked her and claimed that his father was Jack Dale Smithy, which Cole knew to be untrue. Understandably unsatisfied and upset, he continued to email Chris about how Barbara enveloped his life in lies, closing with an earnest wish to be informed of Bob's eventual passing. Chris intensified his campaign by handing out flyers at the game place, urging fellow visitors to vote. He even resorted to voting for his own video by making fake accounts, and gave himself a glowing review. From Quick Sonichu, Video Lucky 7. Such honesty of his situation and devotion for his lucky girlfriend adds great emotions to his performance. The visually appealing effects added the best humor and biggest laugh I had among the bunch. I enjoyed the fun background of his assumed to be bedroom, and his informative feedback on playing Guitar Hero on PlayStation 3 was truly a wise and great addition. Also, he has nailed the lyrics a cappella. As this brave autistic warrior so creatively put it at the end,
Sonichu funny.
rap, 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 that's a rap. Truly the cherry on the top of the sundae. A perfect score of 5 out of 5 stars for his marvelous effort, and smiling at knowing he looked a bit stupid. Voting was closed at the end of July. The polls were closed.
Okay, before we find out who won, do you guys think he won? Do you think he wins this? This is for the 2 PSPs, right, in the trip? I don't think he can win this. I don't know. I feel like some people are going to bring way better A game to this.
And I am anxious to find out if I am number 1 of the Rappas or not. I really want that trip to Seattle so I can be with my sweet Megan longer than usual and have fun together. I love her so much.
He got booted.
On August 3rd, it was announced that the winner of the Chop Chop Master Onions Rap Showdown was Adam Stackhouse.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl. Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl. M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
Chris immediately wrote a strongly capitalized email to Sony, demanding they reconsider. I really wanted that trip so I could have a chance to impress my sweetest Megan and possibly fulfill my dream of getting married and soon have a daughter named Crystal. Yet now I, a frustrated high-functionally autistic 25-year-old virgin, have been balls broken like I have through a big chunk of my life in America's favorite game, Kick the Autistic. Sigh. I had my fantasies of having fun with Megan, taking her to a really extravagant destination. I am not rich. Taking a long-wanted tour of the Nintendo of America Company Tour with her, playing Guitar Hero against the guy in the Parappa costume, jamming with Megan in the hotel room, and possibly our first time in bed. Sigh. Life can be so unfair and f***ing corrupt, but I digress. Take the a cappella rule to the max on those 3 out of 10 videos. Take care, Christian Weston Chandler.
You got C block. Imagine you're the company worker for Sony, and you're sitting there reading a message and you're like, delete this. Like, imagine, I want to know who read this and was like, is he serious?
He argued that the winning entry used a backing track and had to be disqualified. However, since the backing music was actually sung in a cappella, the entry was deemed suitable. Chris seemingly ignored the rule that contestants could not rewrite the lyrics, which Chris obviously did, thusly disqualifying himself. He directed his anger towards Stackhouse in his blog post on the PlayStation Network's website. This is directed mostly to Adam Stackhouse, the SOB who was the alphabetically first video in
Is this
the
nigga
rap
serious?
contest and got wrongfully the big prize. This jerk's video was against the no music rule. His, Surya Butchwald, and Aperluski's video all should have been disqualified because they all had music. He also let Megan know about his sorrow. I am angry.
I want to read this one, only because it seems like there's a lot more here I want to see. In any case, I loathe Adam and his sister for stealing my one chance of taking my sweet girlfriend to Seattle. It would have been terrific. I might have even been able to change her outlook and not planning on having children. She and I both virgins. Although I am a frustrated, high-functioning, autistic 25-year-old virgin, and I loathe Surrey Birchwald and damn, as well, because their music probably landed those jerks in second and third. I don't have much going on for me, really, because I have been the dog in America's favorite game, Kick the Autistic, my whole life.
He also let Megan know about his sorrow. I am angry, depressed, and lonesome, all simultaneously. I worked so damn hard. I sent like over 500 messages between MySpace, PlayStation Network, and AOL. And I even made up over 120 dummy email accounts to match with their dummy PlayStation accounts so I could stuff the f***ing ballot. Sigh. I failed. So much effort. Rapping and dancing with goofy effects to be even considered. Spreading the word as far and wide as possible. Wasted. And I did it all for you, Megan. I had you in my heart as I chopped the onion a la mode dance.
Don't
Megan
say that,
finally let me
Flash.
have
Don't
the peace
say
of her
that.
mind. I just want to say that your behavior has irritated me for the last time. First, I'll start off with saying that I'm glad you didn't win the contest, because I have no interest in going on a trip alone with someone who can't keep his hands off me. I'm not your girlfriend,
Megan
and I
Shaw.
never will be. When I say don't touch me, that means don't touch me. What may seem friendly
I wonder
to
why
you
she still
is
went out
sexual
with him, like
harassment to
go
me,
places with him
and I
now.
don't like your Megan obsession. I don't like
Sweet.
being a character in your comics. I don't like how you made me a character in Soul Calibur and Animal Crossing. That kind of behavior really freaks me out. To release his rage, Christian filmed a video of himself shooting a dart-firing Megatron pistol at a dartboard with a photo of Adam Stackhouse's face on it.
And that is how angry I am at Adam Stackhouse, Aperluski, Rudell, and Surya Butchwald. They should have been disqualified because they had music and more than one person in their Freakazoid videos.
As time went on, his
Hey. Chris may be from the trenches. He said, so you're gonna put let your anger out. He said, so you're gonna make music better than mine? Like I wonder if they've seen it. I wonder if the people that he's talking about seen it, and I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
attitude towards Megan changed little, announcing his displeasure at her fraternizing with her friend Christopher. The hugging was one thing, but when I heard the
Wait, what?
fraternizing went on, his attitude towards Megan changed little, announcing his displeasure at her fraternizing with her friend Christopher. The hugging was one thing, but when I heard the smack of your kiss on his cheek, it started a chain reaction in my head, from OMG to simultaneous infuriation and jealousy. I assure you that I would not do anything
Not gonna lie, looking at Megan, she kind of bad. She's not bad. I mean, she's bad, but she's not. She's okay. She's all right. She reminds me a lot of Megan Cosgrove. She looks like Megan Cosgrove and Jeanette McCurdy just mixed in one person.
fraternizing with her friend Christopher. The
Wait,
hugging
Flash,
was
are you
one
about to be
thing,
Christian?
but when I heard the smack of your
Is he
kiss
twin?
on his cheek, it started a chain reaction in my head, from OMG to simultaneous infuriation and jealousy. I assure you that I would not do anything extreme to Christopher. Originally, I was not
For the
fond of
Chrissy
him
John.
because it was
She's a
obvious
goddess.
that he was a homo. Yes, I am a homophobe.
Whoa.
I fear them all, and I fear the tormenting temptations of falling off the straight path. But then I mentally, sometimes
I don't know like too much about homophobic people, but like, are they afraid of gay people? Is that the thing? I thought you just didn't like them. They're afraid of them. So wait, you want me to believe that it's like someone can walk up like a gay guy? Where? Like that's actually gay. I mean, at some point, apparently, some point in the lore, Chris goes from a he to a she. So, is this foreshadowing? I'm afraid of houses. Facts. I can only go to apartments. I can't go into a house. If I go into a house, I'll actually shit my pants.
from a DVD, and if you'll pardon the expression, shove some pussy in my face. I tell you what, if I ever stoop down to changing my path, I might as well would get a gender change operation. In late October, Daniel Mims, who frequented the gameplay,
You heard that? Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
covertly snapped a couple of photos of Chris in mid-battle, and his buddy Lucas uploaded them onto the
Okay,
anonymous.
that's a paragraph. Let's see. It's like they are afraid of them taking over straight relationships and marriage and corrupting their kids. So yeah, I actually fear gay people. I knew he was always a Chrissy Chan. That's crazy, bro. How do you be afraid because someone is... That's so weird. That's so weird. That's so weird. So they're afraid of gay people. You're afraid of someone's sex. That doesn't even make sense. You're afraid of someone's sexuality. You're afraid of someone else's sexual orientation. Homophobic people were confusing me. Oh, what's going on here? I saw Etchy now. Which,
anonymous image board, 4chan. A user on the comedy website Something Awful, who had seen Christian on the UVA campus, created a thread focused on Christian and his comics, unleashing the Christian myth onto the world. Members debated over the veracity of his supposed actions, and those who have witnessed him in person shared their stories. The fascination around Chris quickly spread to other websites. The outlandishness of his situation motivated people to draw inappropriate fan.
what the fuck? You know, I was looking at chat because I saw Flash putting a few things in there. I'm afraid of being corrupted by the dark side. They do be tempting. Look, their lightsaber straight drip. Facts. Like, bro, big gulps. But like, imagine like the dark side's like, join us. I'll be like, why? Why should I join you? We have cool lightsabers. But damn, that's it. I mean, sign me up. Give me my cloak. What's my name? Well, what was I saying? I forgot. I was gonna say something.
Fan art featuring Chris and his Sonichu characters. On November 3rd, in a thread on 4chan, a user named Evan Christopher George was encouraged to send Chris an email showcasing a small selection of fan art.
Big
This is some
gulpers.
fan art of Sonichu my friends and I have drawn. I hope you enjoy it. The included images were Chris hosting girlfriend auditions with no darkies written on his desk, a short comic about Chris losing his virginity by having sex with Sonichu, a graphic depiction of Sonichu masturbating while yelling out, "No darkies, jerk up," and Chris and Sonic Thorndyke, a character conceived by one Blaze Sonic, having a stare down. Chris's reply was rather unexpected. Thank you for your fan art contributions. In constructive criticism, I like the one with me and a girlfriend auditions, as well as my glaring in the eyes of the blue guy. But I'm feeling great detest towards the other two. Sonichu and I are not of that nature at all. If you would like to make it up to me though, please draw a strip of Rosechu stripping for Sonichu and have him f her, and draw Rosechu masturbating and squirtin'. I am straight, damn it. I will not be veered in
You can send that to me too. Y'all can send that to me too. at on Instagram at _period shogun. Y'all can send that my way.
Any other disgustingly grotesque
Link,
direction.
sauce,
Again, most nasty fan
coordinates.
arts are not appreciated at all. Please feel free to share that quote with the rest of the fans. Sincerely, Christian Weston Chandler. We're keeping track. Evan immediately posted Chris's response on 4chan, and in order to archive all future interactions, Jason Kendrick Howell created a page on the satirical Wikipedia-style
dubious
website
man,
Encyclopedia Dramatica, solely devoted to Christian. Under the assumption that these people on the internet provoking and making fun of him, or trolls, or genuine fans of his, he shared the news with Megan. The good news though is that I've had more fans for Sonichu than I thought. Now the worst to bad. I got this email earlier that had a set of 4 fan art of Sonichu and me. While I enjoyed more the spoof of me sitting by a box on a sidewalk, girlfriend auditions, and the one with me glaring in the eyes of a blue hedgehog in armor. The other 2, in that set of 4, freaked, creeped, and scared the crap out of my head. A lot worse than my freakout over you on Christopher's lap last night. Please keep that in private. In other words, get a room. I sent him a reply with respective criticism. I was infuriated. He also found out about an artist on the website DeviantArt who had made
facts.
Sonichu
Low-key,
related fan
to be a troll and have to keep up with every bit of lore, you might as well goddamn be the biggest fan. There's no difference. If you're really on this man's dingling like that, you might as well just be his #1 fan.
art, but did not credit Chris in it, and also discovered the Encyclopedia Dramatica page. In the meantime, Evan continued to send Chris more fan art. I'm very sorry I disappointed you, Chris Chan. I drew what you wished. He sent a drawing of a naked Rose-Chu having sex with Sonichu, and finally masturbating and squirting out of her gigantic penis. Oh, and here's more art from more of my
That's
friends.
the penis.
I didn't draw any of this stuff though, so if you don't like it, I have no guilt. This email included more graphic content, including Mary Lee Walsh and a transgender Rose-Chu. Alright, I have one last batch of fan art. I'm sorry to send so many to you, but my friends are really eager to share it all. I hope you enjoy. He attached more fan art, a few more tasteful than the rest. Chris replied, disclosing
The
a
last
link
one's
to
kinda
the
heat, though.
ED page about him. Evan coyly denied accountability. What? What a horrible page. I'm sorry. I must wonder how they got pictures of our emails. I hope no one's hacking my email account. Ignoring security concerns, Christian sent another angry email. Do me a favor, draw a vagina on my Rose-Chu. Rose-Chu is a girl. She never had a frickin' pickle. If I see one more frickin' pickle, and you may spread this quote to other adult fan artists, I will create you in Soul Calibur 3 and beat
You
you.
want some of that Rose-Chu, we'll see. I almost died from saying that. Whatever it's called. Dojin? Now you're trying to say Dojin? Do you even hentai, bro? Maybe this was the original. This is where it all started. Christian breeded people like us. Deviants.
You up like there's no tomorrow. Evan replied with a simple uh-oh and a picture of Rose-Chu holding a pickle saying, I wish pickles could masturbate and squirt. And Evan saying, fudge, you're going to beat me up in SC3 now, aren't you? I shouldn't have let our souls get fiercely entangled. On November 4th, someone who called herself Vivian G sent an email claiming that she independently created a similar character called Sonichu and wanted Chris to acknowledge that it wasn't stealing. Evidently, he stated that it was fan art and that she shouldn't keep doing it because his characters mean too much to him. Vivian then sent a caps-locked email trying to convince him to improve himself. Jesus, are you so high on your horse that you think it's fan art? Jesus Christ, man, you are irritating me. You are putting me under more damn stress than you'll ever have. I want to express my goddamn self.
Okay, I feel like we're skipping some points. Sonichu. I already broke up with my boyfriend and college ain't helping shit. You and your claims of your precious characters that mean nothing to anyone. They mean fucking nothing to anyone because they are worthless to everyone. You think you had a worse weekend, huh? Then tell me your story and I might feel some damn pity. What the fuck? She is weird. So, okay, I get like being annoyed or whatever, but to be like, my weekend was worse than yours. Matter of fact, tell me your weekend, and then if I deem it's bad, I'll feel bad for you. Aren't I just so humble and so peaceful?
To the internet, and I find that some prick who thinks he's so great can call homosexuals wrong, and I have 2 lesbian friends who would be offended as by our ignorance, and thinks that going around stalking girls will get you a girlfriend. Newsflash,
It doesn't?
bitch, you mean nothing to this world, and you will never get
They're
laid
meant for each other.
unless you
Maybe,
improve
maybe
yourself.
she's like
Your
the
troubles with jerk cops isn't because of them, it's because of you. Fuck off and die.
Damn.
This entire debacle with trolls encouraged Joshua Martinez to toy with Chris, who first met him at James Madison University, where they both received speech therapy and remained as acquaintances. He managed to convince Chris that he
I don't know why
regularly
she hates him.
schmoozed with movie
She fucking
stars,
hates that,
thanks to
man.
his connections to the movie business. He contacted Chris and claimed that he found a girl who would like to meet him, when in fact, he was only trolling him. He even pretended to be this Lori and had a conversation with Chris through instant messaging. Christian reported on his elation in an email to Anna. Her name is Lori Lopez. I chatted with her through AOL Instant Message last night.
It's
She
a
was
setup.
really sweet,
Catfish
and not
like
only
hell.
did I have a great time getting to know her, but, blush, I got turned on. I know that she works at a car lot, I think. She is 23, brunette, brown eyes, and she is a mix of American and Spanish. If you've watched the movie Into the Blue, the starring woman, Jessica Alba, is an American-Spanish mix as well. He also mentioned her to Megan and even attached a supposed photo of her.
Bro. From now on, I'm done talking to women. I'm gonna be single forever. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm into my bloodline. I'm so new bag, new. Okay, here's a money generator meta, right? I sell my juices for about 2 decades, 2 decades, right? And that should get me around to what, like 39? Maybe 3 decades. Make it 49, right? About halfway. And then once I get to 50, I sell my nuts. Think about that. That's so much money. And I just live out my life. Live out my life. Got nothing to worry about. Living like Larry. You know, I'm a buy Sonichu. My ancestors watching me continue my global domination with my beet juice company. Think about it. Because at some point, if I continue to sell my juice, at some point, my juice is going to be almost all the juice in the juice bank, right? It's basically going to be like all of it. Because I'm going to be going for so long that all the like older ones get thrown out and mine's just going to keep, staying there. So basically, people are just gonna, everyone's gonna be my child. I'm just gonna be God. No matter what, I will always link back to someone's, on the ancestry.com. Whenever everyone looks up their ancestry, I will always pop up. I will always be in the line, always in the family tree. No matter what, I will always end up in that family tree. And everyone's like, oh, we all have the same father. I'm your ancestor. Yeah. Think of like this man. Like there's millions of people who is like the great descendant of this one man. He must have been like God. Let's write a Bible about him. This must have been the reincarnation of God. And I'll be sitting there like in heaven, just like looking at God like, yeah. I'm there, everyone like that everyone gets it. Everyone gets it. I think I just figured something out. I found my new passion.
On November 7th, Chris filmed a video pleading those involved with the ED page to be more respectful about him and take it down, and talked in length about his life and what caused him to be in his current situation.
It has come to my attention that I have a lot more fans of my electric hedgehog Pokemon Sonichu than I had originally thought. And I thank each and every one of you for your support. And I will draw more comics when I get some positive inspiration or when I feel like it. After all, everybody has a life, so do I. I have a life.
I don't.
I would like to humbly apologize for appearing to be some kind of sleaze, troll, badass, or whatever adjectives, good or explicit, you may feel about me. Please understand, I am a 25-year-old high-functioning autistic male with a simple, peaceful...
Oh yeah? Oh yeah, Flash, you're the biggest Sonichu fan? Where's your Sonichu? Huh? Because mine's right here. Here's my Sonichu. Where's yours? If you're such a big fan. He'll focus one day. We'll initiate again. You guys listen.
dream of becoming a father of a sweet little pretty girl.
What's yours is mine. You.
Crystal
And you cap.
Chandler.
This is
Crystal.
mine. His name is Shogun Shoe.
Similar to mine, but it has a nice ring to it.
He claims that his family, on his mother's side, stems from British royalty.
Weston, my mother's maiden name, and a proper English name from royal descent. As a matter of fact, among my mother's side in the ancestral traits, we have been traced down to Daniel Weston, who was on the Mayflower voyage, and beyond him, Anne Boleyn, who was the one of King Henry VIII's wives, who gave birth to Queen Elizabeth I.
He talks about his
King
upbringing,
Christian.
the struggles of the school system, and his achievements in high school. He defends his methods for finding a sweetheart.
All I did was sit around with a sign by my side that said I was looking for a boyfriend-free girl, 1825, yada yada yada, all that page. And I did all that because I have feared rejection and the infinitely high boyfriend factor, because you cannot tell which ladies are paired up and which are not. And wedding rings, that's just...
I'm a king too on my mother's side. I'm actually king of birth. Okay. I'm technically a king too, but it's not like I'm related to it. Like, I'm not like I'm blood. I'm just gonna become king of the pirates. So, you know, basically I'm gonna be king. I'm already king, basically, so. Oh, my straw hat's up there. I don't feel like getting up. But I mean, like, okay, he was just sitting out with a sign. I mean, what? He wasn't really doing nothing wrong. He just had a sign to say, hey, come talk to me. And no one, well, some people talk to him. I don't know what they expected. Would girls be taken? Yeah, they do. They do be doing that.
Just a whole different story, because they're married. Because it's not like you give every woman a ring who's already paired up. This is one perspective. So please understand, I am not a violent person. I'm decent. I come from a caring, loving pair of parents. I'm kind, I'm considerate, I will respect your space and your feelings.
Find me my
ever so
queen.
much. Thank you very much for your time and listening.
I'm finna make me a sign. I'm finna go to the mall. I'm finna search. I'm gonna sit outside of every store, and they can't stop me. See, where Chris went wrong is that Chris was afraid to stand up for himself. Me? Well, I don't need to. But see, my trick is I'm like, they're gonna be like, hey, you know, you can't say like, what are you gonna do about it? And you're like, I'm gonna go get security. And then when they leave, I'm gonna bolt on the other side of the mall. Now they're looking stupid, looking around for me. I'm still on the move. They can't catch me. And guess what? I'm winning. Chris didn't have that. He stayed in one spot. That's what failed him. He didn't move. He was stationary.
And please remember, I'm an innocent person. Just like most every one of you, I've had my faults. I've had my share of bad times. I have my share of good times. Please understand that.
That's true.
Take care.
Hey, I mean, he's
With this
spin.
recent upsurge in interest for Chris, he had the ability to raise awareness for his cause, and maybe even take proper action to prevent further trolling. Or better yet, if he took better care of his online presence, he could have made all of this fade away.
Young black teen looking for his Amy shoe.